Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Real transformation takes time. Now, I know many men follow me on different levels. On this channel, primarily two things: man gets woman, and also being sovereign. And you know, a few, I emphasize the word few, follow me on my money channel, where I'm talking about in general money mindset and really increasing, like changing your mindset in order to really make money. And of course, some will follow me on my deep thought channel just to get just to really think about things. That's how I do things on that channel. I don't say should or do this. I just talk about different things, just throw out things to think about. But whatever the case, it's all ultimately about transformation. Indeed, the whole self-improvement thing, if you're talking about improving yourself, that means you're transforming yourself. And that's the important thing to understand. That's the important thing. You want to change things. But one of the things I've found over the years, really over the decades, is people who want to find out something right away. I first noticed this really when both when my book Nice Guys and Players came out, and then the follow-up Sexual Chemistry. Now, there was a specific instance with that. I remember I was at a government building. I was at a government building doing I was doing some vending. There was a setup where you can go there and then make some money and everything from government workers. And I remember there was a guy who came in, he was vending, and he was really interested in this really sexy woman that was there as well. And I said, yeah, I talk about all that in my book, Sexual Chemistry. Like in my book, I have a chapter on dealing with extremely attractive women. And he got the book and went right to it. But he skipped over the parts to even get to a point where he could do that. See, a lot of men want that woman right away. They want to change this stuff overnight. You know, in fact, that's a big issue that people will have against seduction gurus, dating coaches, whatever term you want to use. They feel like, oh, well, they're a scam, they're a grifter and all of that. But they didn't do the work, because deep down what they want is something overnight. They want to change overnight. They want that result right away. In this particular area of life, it don't work. You know, this ain't a weekend course or something, and all of a sudden you can start getting women. Anybody tell you that, they're lying. Anybody say they benefited from that, they're lying. And I've actually met some guys, they'll say, yeah, you know, I'm transformed and stuff, but then you talk to them, they hadn't transformed. Because it takes a while. It takes a while. I'm known for talking about select and non-select. If you're a non-select man, at a minimum, it's going to take you about a year to change. At a minimum. And even then, that means you had some stuff in place already, but it's going to take a while. There's a lot of stuff there. It's going to take you a few years. It's going to take you a climb, because the change isn't even some superficial thing. Like you get some guys, you know, they'll talk about the drip, having those clothes, getting those stylish clothes and everything, getting that cologne. Okay, but all of that's on the surface. Because, okay, if we're talking about man gets woman, remember what I always say, women looking at everything. Now, a guy might put on that nice suit, or he might even buy that like high-class car or something. He can get a Lamborghini and everything. Has that changed his confidence level? Has that changed how he walks? Has it changed his voice tone? You know, he could have the surface stuff, but then when he go up to a woman, he'll approach a woman. First of all, he walking up very nervous. All of that other stuff hasn't changed how he walks. He might not look at her. And instead of saying, hey, how you doing? He's going to be like, and then wonder why she don't want to deal with him. If y'all even heard what I'm saying, what I just said, I actually did turn it up real high. I did say something. So, but that's how a woman will see the guy. Look, if we talking about transformation, it's not a quick fix. It's not something. I never forget this one guy, and I ain't gonna lie, I questioned whether he was on the spectrum, because he kept asking the same thing. He kept saying, well, what can I say to a woman to make her want to have sex with me? I was like, I wish there was a single word, a magic word. There isn't. If there was, everybody would be using it and wouldn't be any issues. I said, if you want that, you got to transform yourself. And even then, even if she find you sexually attractive, you still got to talk with her. And every woman is going to respond to something different. There ain't no magic word. But see, this young man wanted really the instant transformation. And I get some every now and then. They'll say, well, which video could I watch? And somebody hit me up on Patreon. They were like, well, what's your top 3 videos? You gotta watch all of them, dude. There ain't no top 3 that's gonna like do it for you. If you look at everything I talk about is all part of one big thing. It's all about transformation. And that thing is going to take time. Now, if you start today, like if you following what I'm talking about, if you start today, it's going to be a while. If we're talking body game, I'm known for body game. Your body ain't going to change overnight, especially if you hadn't been working out. Maybe if you've been working out, got a history of doing it, you could do it in a few months. But if you starting from scratch, your body ain't going to change. Ain't going to change overnight. You're going to have to work hard. You might not see anything for a year. And then you still got to work hard. You still got to be in there. And then we talking about the superficial stuff. Okay, you got to start dressing better. What you wearing is not even so much what you putting on, but how you wearing it. How much confidence you have wearing that suit or those shoes or something. And those are still just a superficial thing. You got to talk to a woman. You ain't going to go from like, oh, say hi to 3 women a day, and then all of a sudden you're going to change. There was a young man, and I actually had told him before I got to the 3, I said, okay, just say hi to 50 women. He was like, yeah, I did it, now what? I was like, you didn't get the point. Because the whole point of it was just to get used to talking to random women, Then you could be able to talk to the one that you can get, and that you actually want. And even then, it's still going to take a while. It's a muscle you have to build. Even then, it's still going to take a while. It's still going to, because you got to transform on a deep level. There was a gentleman, he got some training, I'll just say in some deep mystical type of stuff, right? He received some training from somebody teaching it, but the guy didn't teach him anything for 4 years at first because he had to clean him out. Because see, one of the things too with transformation, you got to deal with whatever was holding you back. You got to deal with those personal issues. That's not an overnight fix. That's not a pill. You got to deal with those issues that got you where you are to begin with. If you have social anxiety, that's not going to go in one video or 2 or a book. You got to get out there and work on it. Because if you had social anxiety, if you're a 30-year-old, you had social anxiety for basically 30 years of your life, 30 days ain't going to get rid of it. Shoot. We talking a year just to really make a dent. Not even totally get rid of it. So it's like whatever, it's a thing. And that transformation, that rising, that could be a lifetime, to be honest. And I'm just gonna be real with you. I know a lot of guys want to become select. Some guys, it's gonna take some years. And even then, you might become like semi-select or pre-select. You might just make it to the edge, but you know what? Sometimes that might be all you need. Because in that process, you will still probably get relationships and stuff if you're working on yourself. But it's still gonna take time, no matter what. And I want you to understand that. We can't get around it. And you gotta be willing to do the work. If you want something quick and easy, this ain't the spot for you. This ain't the spot. You ain't gonna transform your body overnight. You're not gonna like really develop a personal dressing style overnight. You ain't gonna develop that confidence. You can't be shy or withdrawn, have social anxiety and think you're gonna like develop that ability to engage a woman in a regular conversation overnight, let alone trying to flirt with her or something. It's gonna take some time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta build it. You gotta remove some of the trash out of your system, replace it with something better. All right? So that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.